So, my name's Christella. Hi, nice to meet you guys. I'm a single mom raising two little girls, amazing little girls. I got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. Could have gotten blessed with anything better. But I am currently on TANF. TANF, I don't know the prefix, but I receive allotment of cash per month. When I say allotment, I'm not talking like $1,000. I'm talking like half a G. Ooh, $500 a month, right? In cash. And I get food stamps. Well, I was able to make ends meet with my food stamps and my cash because I had $600 in food stamps, which seems like a lot for 3 people, but I also have a daughter with disabilities. And so they cut my food stamps from $600 down to $200. Okay. With this being said, my produce suffered a lot. Like my fresh produce intake that my body needs and every human body needs of like enriched vitamins and minerals and stuff like that has suffered, And I've been dealing with this like for 2 or 3 months, like my body just feels instead of feeling like vibrant and alive and like I'm supposed to be feeling human, is really like turned for the worst. Like I'm feeling more lazy, I'm not riding my bike on my bike trailer as much, I'm not getting outdoors. So like I start brainstorming like in my townhouse that I'm in, how can I better my food intake and enrich my body and like grow what I need to grow and have my kids like be active and like get us like interacting with one another and like just be all around a better experience. So I heard about vertical spacing or vertical planting and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I have 2 fences on either side of my yard and I can, use the woolly pocket or build a woolly pocket myself for way cheaper because I mean, if you have the money, then great, but I'm a low income, and I'm more, hold on, Shantae, I'm more likely, gonna, make something, or buy a staple gun and just jink some fabric into the wall myself. So, I was talking to my local nursery and I did like a lot of YouTubing and seeing what actually like Swiss chard and kale, like what was healthy for my body and what was going to be good and bring like bring healthy vitamins into my body and soul and my kids' body and soul, and what would be nice to harvest and like how to harvest it. And like I learned all that. YouTube is amazing for all that. So I went down to my corner nursery, which is like literally down the street from my house, which is amazing. And I started telling her, like, hey, I'm low income, blah, blah, blah. Some would call it spitting game, but it wasn't. Like, I seriously am struggling right now with fresh produce. And she was like, I have all these extra seeds that I just give away. And I was like, give away? Are you, like, who do you give them to? She was like, well, I give them to the food bank. I give them to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, churches. And I was like, well, do you mind if I go through your seed packages? Like, I didn't want to wipe her out. But at the same time, like, I needed help, And so I ended up going back like a month later and going through her seeds, and like she handed me like 2 big, paper garbage bags, and she was like, take whatever you need. And I was like, okay. So like this is my first time like seriously getting down and growing and just like doing things like getting into the soil and getting into the earth and like and having fun with my kids and using like recyclable items. Like I didn't know, like seriously, excuse me, my nose is running. Sorry about that. I didn't know, like I went to Salvation Army and they had when I say Salvation Army, I mean like Salvation Army, thrift store. That's the word I'm looking for. Thrift store. And they had ice cube trays for 25 cents a piece. Okay. Which holds 14 plants per ice. It holds 14 seeds or 14 ice cubes. Well, and that's to do the math, it's like 28 plants, right? 14, 14 is 28, yeah. So I fill it with dirt. I fill it with dirt like I'm supposed to. And then put 1 to 2 seedlings, depending, like if it's a squash plant, then I put 1. If it's like lettuce or basil or something like that, then I put 2 or 3. Hold on, baby. Yeah, put that back. And so ice cube trays and like them in half. And took saran wrap with like even the ice cube trays. Like when I first started, Shantae, don't play with that. Even when I first started planting them, like even the ice cube trays, like I wrapped it with saran wrap, so that was like $2, you know. And once my plants got like 2 to 3 like sets. When I say sets, I mean like 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, like 3 sets of these. Then I retransplanted them from the ice cube trays into a 4 by 4 inch pot. And so like I've really like haven't paid for anything much, except for like the 10-cent pots, which I think I bought like $5 worth, you know. I got 50 of them, you know. And my bathroom where I plant is like, you know, where my washer and dryer is supposed to go, but I'm low income, so I can't afford a washer and dryer, you know, the glories of, you know, not having the money that I really wish I had. But I'm hoping that, like, I don't know, maybe I'll build a website, maybe I'll, like, do something small, or, like, I don't know, I really want to get back to, like, just giving to people. And, you know, somebody once told me, you can give a person a fish, but if you teach that person to fish, it's a completely different story, you know what I mean? And I think we've gotten away from like you know, getting down into the dirt. It's so much easier to go into the corner store and like buy that $5, I mean, I'm over exaggerating, but that $5 tomato, or like seriously, like my corner store meaning Safeway, like 2 bell peppers are $5. $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $5. Crazy intense. Like, I remember when like a lollipop used to be 10 cents, you know, and now it's like 50 cents for 1 lollipop, or like a candy bar was $1 and now it's $1.69, like, you know. And the crazy thing is, like, this spring is supposed to happen, like, our last frost date in Oregon is supposed to be April. Normally it's like April 16th, like the middle of April. Our frost date now is March, like the middle of March. I think it's like March 18th or something like that. And with that being said, like, I can only imagine how intense this summer is going to be compared to any of our other summers that I've ever... Want to say hi, Shantae? Say hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Shantae.
Yeah, Shantae. Anyways, she's wondering what Mom's doing, talking to herself on my phone. I'm not, though. But which only when I go back to our frost date, that only tells me that this summer is going to be more intense than it's ever been before, and our produce in the grocery stores are going to suffer even more, which means produce is going to go more up even more than it ever has. So, goodness, with that being said, it's definitely time to get back into the recycling, reusing things, asking your local nursery, like, what do they do with their old seeds, you know, asking people like my local snack shop that I go to, you know, what do you do with those ice cream bins? We're talking like 3-gallon ice cream, like plastic bins. You know, what do you guys do with those? Most places throw that stuff away. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, we just crush it or we take it to the dump. You know, use that stuff. Like, literally, like this, as I bend over, like this bucket from Tillamook ice cream. It's 3 gallons.
Yeah.
And it has a lid. Okay? And if you cut holes in it, You know, I have 6 holes. I have 6 holes in this container. And a lid, huh, Tay-Tay? You want to hold the lid up? Say, and a lid.
A lid.
Yeah. And a lid. You can stack one ice cream bucket on top of the other ice cream bucket and make vertical spacing or vertical planting space in my backyard. That the kids can enjoy. They can pick strawberries. I mean, if I put on the bottom of this, I can put squash, which is like a vining plant. Yeah. Or like the ones I have right here.
Yeah.
Ones I got, I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, stop. Ones I got going right here. I got peas growing in that bucket. Up a trellis. So, I mean, it's all about recycling. And you know what they say? A closed mouth does not get fed. Okay? I mean, if you ask somebody like, hey, this is what my plan is, this is what my dream is, this is what I want to do, like, the worst thing that they can say is, sorry, can't help you. I mean, some people could say something a little more worse than that, but at least you know you can't be like, I didn't ask. You know, most people, if you say, hey, this is what I want to do and I want to be more self-sufficient, it's okay, Mommy, let's sweep that dirt up in a minute. If you tell people what you're doing, they're not going to say no. I mean, there's a lot of cold hearts out there, but a lot of people are just going to be like, oh, they want to do this? That's a good idea. Or even like spreading the word, like saying, hey, I want to do this. You're going to open the eyes of many more people and you might have more followers. You know what I mean? So, be that seed. Like, put that seed into people and let them know that it's possible and that they're not the only ones thinking that, like, I can't afford produce, you know? So, I might end up editing this. I might just put this up raw. You saw my daughter. She's in her pajamas. It's like 11 o'clock at night. And I thought I would make one more video before I went to bed, you know, because this is kind of new to me. Yeah. Have a good night, or a great day, or a great morning, or a great afternoon, or a great lunch break, whenever you're watching this. And I hope you guys enjoy. So, again, my name is Christelle. I'm 25, and I'm a single mother raising 2 kids and can't afford produce. So, have fun watching this video. Thanks. Bye.
I make a mess.